So, I've got this story here, you guys, about Halle Berry, who just won a court battle over co-parenting therapy with her ex, Olivier Martinez, amid bitter custody row, according to, yes, I know, Daily Mail. Take everything with a pinch of salt. So, Olivier Martinez is actually a French guy. He's a French actor. And what was he in? He with Diane Lane? Oh no, he was in this movie one time when he was really, really young with called it was about an adulterous tryst that the star had Richard Gere's in the movie. Anyway, listen, I digress. So anyway, um she has this baby with Olivier Martinez. She also has a baby with this model, Gabrielle Aubry. Halle, what can I say about Halle? Poor Halle. She really knows how to pick them with these men. I mean, she has had, I think, not very good luck with men. And some of that, I think, is her own fault, obviously. I mean, you can't just blame the men, but she definitely knows how to pick them. So and then in terms of her baby daddies, she also knows how to pick them. Now, the thing with the baby daddies that she's picked is, they are very handsome men. So she does have very handsome and beautiful children as a consequence. But my goodness, what an expensive exercise that is and was, with Gabrielle Aubry, the father of her first child, a daughter, Nala Aubry. I remember this case very well because I was still, sort of dabbling in divorce law and divorce and matrimonial law in New York. And I remember how, they had this custody battle to top all custody battles. It was so horrible. And she had to pay him so much money in child support. It was just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, he didn't have to work after that. It was like it was just an epic amount of money that he had to pay for this, that she had to pay to this guy just because, whatever, child support. And then she picks right up. So she breaks up with Gabrielle. He's this Canadian model from Montreal, I think, in Canada. And she met this guy, this French guy, Olivier Martinez, the same year. And they were filming this movie called, I think, of all things, Dark Tide, you guys. And they quickly fell in love, got married. He famously, so she married him in 2013, and then they had a baby. Maceo is the name of the child, the same year. And then they split 3 years later. But the split occurred even before that, because what happened was, I remember very well, is that Gabrielle and Olivier got into an epic fight in Halle's Los Angeles home. Gabrielle was dropping off Nala, their first daughter, and there was Olivier Martinez there, and I don't know what Gabrielle said to Olivier, but they got into such a fight. It was like, the pictures that they had that time showed Gabrielle looking absolutely mauled, like he had been mauled. I mean, but interestingly, it was Gabrielle and not Olivier who was arrested, you guys. Gabrielle was arrested, and both of them apparently had to go to the hospital after this fight. So after that, I looked at this guy very differently. This guy, Olivier Martinez, I thought, oh my God, what if he did that to Halle? I mean, he mauled Gabrielle. He literally mauled him. But I don't know what happened and why he did that. I wasn't there. It's not, I'm just saying, the pictures I saw were just horrific. It looked like, I don't know how Gabrielle survived that, honestly. And shortly thereafter, Halle filed for divorce, literally. So they were married for 3 years, but that thing was over before that, you see, right after this horrible fight that they had. I mean, I'd be terrified. I mean, the way he beat up Gabrielle. I mean, it's not funny, but I mean, my God, it was like, oh my God, who does that, And what will he do if I make him angry, So Kahali quickly got out of that, but it's very, very expensive, just as expensive as the child support she has to pay to Gabrielle. Luckily, Nala is now 16, so she has maybe 2 more years of this, hopefully, and then it's over, and then Gabrielle will have to go find other sources of income. But now she claims that Halle does, that Olivier Martinez, the French guy, that her child support payments to him are his main source of income. And so she says that she's got to work because he needs to get his child support, but he isn't cooperating with certain court mandated therapies that they need for their son Maceo, who she says has ADHD and who has I guess some learning disabilities and so on and so forth. And all he wants to do is put the kid in sports and so on and so forth. So their son is now grades behind, and it's a whole thing. But yeah, I mean, the court has agreed with Halle on this, and the court typically does not agree with Halle on these things. I mean, but yeah, she does. She knows how to pick them. I would say now she has this new boyfriend. His name is Van, but I don't think obviously she's going to be having any babies with him because, I think her eggs are done. I think she's done, I think she has said that she's in menopause. So she's not going to be having any babies with Van because that would be expensive because, eventually Halle breaks up with all her boyfriends anyway, and husbands too. She was married to David Justice, this sports guy back in like the 90s or whatever, or the aughts. I don't even know what it was at this point. And he just absolutely wants nothing to do with her. But I always remember how beautiful they were when they came out on the Oprah Winfrey Show that time. And it was like, oh my gosh, she was so fresh on the scene at the beginning of her career. And she was the envy of all the girls, Halle Berry. And then she went on to win the Academy Award and so on. And then she divorced David Justice, and she picked up with this guy, Eric Benet. And she's like, it's my turn now with Eric Benet, because Eric had all these girlfriends and he was just cheating on her. And he had a daughter whom she loved, but now I don't think they even have a relationship. But it's such a mess. And I'm like, how does such a beautiful woman have such bad judgment with men? I mean, it's not a judgment, Halle, because again, I understand having bad judgment with men. It's just, you're so beautiful. You don't have to have bad judgment with men. You can have the creme de la creme of men. Why settle for, the things you settle for? I don't understand. Anyway, I hope her new boyfriend, Van Jones, is the one. Apparently she met him during COVID. So that's like 4 years ago. And it's still going strong. But, yeah, I mean, my goodness. Halle and her man and her baby daddies, I have to tell you, girl, it's one for the history books. Anyway, that's all for this one. See you in the next one. Take care. Bye.